the first goal is for you to identify where the market's going to draw to. If you can determine where the market is most likely, not all the time, most likely where it's going to reach for, that's the largest portion of the battle. Like that's the thing. That's the thing that makes this so impossible for the new students or a new trader, because you're looking at whatever time frame you're looking at, and you're trying to find a pattern or an indicator indicating something, instead of understanding where price is trying to travel to. It's trying to go up or it's trying to go down.
This was a short clip from a 3-hour-long ICT Twitter Space video, to which I have gathered all the information necessary for you guys to become profitable traders. So in today's video, I'm going to go through everything you need to know about drawing liquidity, how to find liquidity in the market, and how to identify significant levels of liquidity. I'm going to teach you the proper way, the way ICT teaches it, not the way that many people are teaching on YouTube, which will be confusing you and leading you to miss out on certain trades or not be able to trade as well. So I will go through a couple examples on the live market as well, so let's get into it. Now, before trading the strategy, I want to outline a couple of simple conditions. So to greatly increase your win rate and increase your chances of catching those big moves, I do recommend you trade during high liquidity sessions such as kill zones. As for pairs, you can really trade the strategy on any pair. However, the pairs I do recommend for you guys, if you are a beginner and you need a little bit of guidance, is to trade on EURUSD, GBPUSD, SPX 500 and US30. So now I have taken this strategy from ICT, I have removed the blur and I have simplified it down to the most core and important parts, which has led me to this step-by-step breakdown. So in 4 parts, you'll be able to trade the strategy. The strategy is so easy, even a beginner can learn it, and it works fantastically. So starting with our step 1. Our step 1 is to mark out highs and lows formed inside of a PD array. Now, what is a PD array? PD array could be anything of the sort: old highs, old lows, order blocks, fair value gaps, breaker blocks, all inside of a premium and discount array. So that is simply what a PD array is. If you guys would like me to make a video on PD arrays, let me know down in the comments. I've drawn this diagram for you guys to hopefully make it easier for you guys to visualize the strategy. So step 1 was mark out our highs and lows formed inside of a PD array. And as you guys can see, this is our low right here and this is our high. So let's mark that out for you guys. This is our low, as you guys can see, is inside of a PD array, which in this case is our fair value gap, and a fair value gap is made of 3 candles. If you guys are unsure with fair value gaps, I have a video on that, so make sure you guys check that out. So this is our step 1 completed. This is our low inside of a PD array, and this is our high inside of a PD array, specifically talking a fair value gap. Moving on to step 2, we want to see either the high or low get swept. This is our run on liquidity. So as you guys can see in our example, our high and then we have our low. You can see how market takes out the low. Once market takes liquidity to the downside, we know we are looking for buyers. If market takes liquidity to the upside, we are looking for sells. So in our case, we have taken liquidity to the downside, so we're looking for buyers. This is our run on liquidity, our step 2. Now, once we've gotten this run on liquidity, we want to drop to a lower time frame. So as we were looking for fair value gaps and our lows and highs on a higher time frame, you want to drop to a relatively lower time frame and look for your market structure shift. Now, a market structure shift is just a reversal pattern that shows us that market may want to change in direction. So if we have a bearish market moving down, we get a market structure shift. It confirms to us that market wants to move to the upside. So this brings us on to our step 3, entry off lower time frame order block or fair value gap. So once we've gotten our run liquidity, this displacement leg right here, we want to look if once our market structure shift is formed, we want to see, is there an order block or fair value gap that we can enter off? Yes, we take the trade. No, we do not take the trade. If you do not find it, don't force the trade, leave it. Simply, sometimes the best answer in trading is to not trade at all. That is the most profitable solution. Now, for step 4, target the high or low formed inside of a PD array. As for your stop loss, guys, just below the low, as you guys can see, here's my order block. I place my entry right at the top of my order block. I get entered in perfectly with 0 drawdown theoretically. Now, take profit. You want to target at the original high or low formed inside of the PD array. So in my case, it is right here. And as you guys can see, the strategy is as simple as that. I'll show you a couple examples on the live market so you guys can see how I implement the strategy in the live market and how well it works. So let's get into it. Before I continue with the video, I just want to take 30 seconds of your time to introduce you guys to an amazing opportunity. Me and my team can pass and manage your FTMO account. Now, This does not mean the account management service is locked to FTMO. If you have another live account, if you have a personal account, we can manage that as well. Now, the account management service we are offering is a very premium, complete package that comes with support and management for a year. We will be able to manage your account and passively generate you profits on the live market. We are so confident in our service that we are running half price off. Now, you pay half beforehand, which covers the startup cost, and you pay the other half once you have reached $50,000 in payouts. So if you guys do have any inquiries, make sure you click the first link in below, join the Telegram, and drop me a message at Ems Capitals. Alright guys, here is the first example of me implementing the strategy into the real life market. As you guys can see, we are on EURUSD on the 1 hour time frame. This trade ran for about a 1 to 18 for about 90 pips, which is absolutely amazing. From the time we took the trade, 12 to about 8, so 23rd of January, about a day, we were able to catch our 1 to 18, which is absolutely insane, guys. So I'm going to break down this trade and show you guys how I was able to manage to catch it. So I'm going to start off by removing all drones from my chart and let's get into it. Alright guys, now I am on EURUSD, and from this point in the market I have made some simple observations. So if I head to my checklist, step 1, mark out highs and lows formed inside of a PD array. So what PD arrays can I see here? Firstly, I see a nice order block right here. As you guys can see, we get a beautiful tap. And what other PD array do I see? I see another order block right here. Now, these are our two PD arrays. This is our high. Let me mark that out. And let me mark it out with H for high. And I'm going to mark up the low with L for low. So these are our highs and lows inside of the PD arrays. So moving on to our step 2, we want to look for our run on liquidity. So let me play out the market and we're going to wait for either market to take out the highs or the lows. So if I play out market, you can very clearly see the lows have been taken. So from here, I want to drop down to a lower time frame, such as the 1 minute, relative to what time frame you were on. So if I was on the 4 hour, I'll drop down to the 15 minute. If I was on the 2 hour, drop to the 5 minute. 1 hour, 1 minute, 1 hour, 3 minute, is all relative. So now let me replay the market a little bit to about here, to where we do get our market structure shift, which is what we are looking for, as we've got our run on liquidity to drop to our lower time frame and look for our market structure shift. So where do I see a market structure shift? Right here, you guys can see we get market changing in direction. Let me just mark that out as market structure shift, and I'll explain why this is our valid market structure shift. Firstly, you can see the change in trend. We're forming lower lows, lower lows. We're in general going bullish. As you guys can see, we get that change in momentum, that bullishness to bearishness. This is our market structure shift. And an added confluence is we get body closure, showing market really wants to move bearish. This is our confirmation to the upside. So now we've gotten our market structure shift. What is our next step? Entry off lower time frame order block or fair value gap. Now, what order block or fair value gaps do I see? I see this really nice zone right here. Now, if I even bring up my fib chart, you guys can see market is in fact very discounted right here. So this would be a very, very good setup to take, and this is the setup I am going to take. So from here, it's simple. Target the highs or lows formed inside of the PD array. So I'll place my limit order right here. I'm going to place my trade, my limit order. Stop loss below the low, however, give it a little bit of room to play around in. Now, you can make it too tight, however, this is 3 pips. I recommend you guys give your trade a little bit of room to breathe around in. And let me just hop back onto the higher time frame. Now, our final take profit will be all the way by the original high inside of the PD array for about 90 pips. So now I'm going to drop to the 45 minute and I'm going to show you guys how well. Actually, let me just drop to the 1 minute to show you guys our entry. Now, as you guys can see, we get a very, very nice entry right here. Now, if I do extend this, you guys can see we do get a sniper entry right here. This is our perfect entry. We're on 0-0 drawdown. Now, if I go back into the 45 minute and I play market out, you guys can see we smash full take profit and a little bit more. Now, we could have run this trade all the way up to 108 pips or 1 to 21. However, we took full profit at 1 to 18, which is absolutely amazing. So this strategy is so simple, and you can become profitable off this one strategy alone. So thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Make sure you check the Telegram in the link description, and I'll see you guys next time.